little section, I wanted to have a look at some of the more traditional ways of growing flowers in the garden, whether for cut flower or just to enjoy in the garden. One of the most traditional favourites is the Dahlia tuber. Now, the advantage of a Dahlia tuber is, have a look at the size of that. That's an enormous plant. You wouldn't even be able to buy that in a pot in the summertime ready to flower. But if you put that in the ground now, I can guarantee you'll have a lovely show this summer, and then next year it'll be even bigger and better. You don't need to dig it up. If your soil is nice and dry, you can leave it in the ground. However, for many, it's a better idea to pick them up, lift them out of the ground and store them in the shed somewhere nice and dry so the tuber doesn't get eaten by the mice who might be a bit hungry in the winter. The one I'm showing you here is a Dahlia, and it's aptly named the Edinburgh Dahlia. But as you can see, there's all sorts of shapes and sizes in the Dahlia. You can have, I think they call this one fringed. You've got your cactus type. You've got this one here. If you're of a Western persuasion, you might want Clyde's Choice. If you like Winnie the Pooh, we've got the Pooh Dahlia. This one is quite new this year, and it's been appointed by the National Dahlia Society. It's called Blue Babylon. I felt it was very attractive. And then there's the ever popular Bishop of Landar. The whole Bishop series is very popular, and they've got a very simple flower which is good for pollinators, and it's got beautiful dark bronze foliage. For some, the Begonia is the favourite. Begonias have a special place in our heart at Mary Hatton. They come in little tubers just like this, and they're absolutely fabulous in hanging baskets and planters. This one, for example, is a giant cascade pink. You get 3 in a packet, and you would only need those 3 in the hanging basket to give you a wonderful show. And again, you lift your tuber or your corm at the end of the summer, keep it dry in the shed over winter, replant it again next year when it will be even bigger and better. Or if it's in a hanging basket, just put the hanging basket into the shed. These are the double yellows, which are more for borders. These are cascading ones, red, orange, pink. And then you've got Angelique, which we've taken because it's fragrant. And the Babylon, to me, is one of the prettiest. It's a picote with the pink and the white. And Aztec gold, also perfect for hanging baskets. Other things that we get either as roots, tubers, corms, whatever at this time of year, the cosmea, other people would call it Montbretia. Tiny little bulbs, but my goodness, they do make quite a show. Flowering in July to September, and I would suggest in pots or the borders again. Amongst the gladiolus, we tend to bring in the shorter stemmed varieties for obvious reasons. East Lothian does get its share of wind, and if you get some of the taller varieties, they will break. Bulbs are just so easy. All you do, you stick them in the ground and forget about them. There has to be one of the easiest plants that you can grow. Then you've got your lilies, Stargazer and Regale, classic lilies, and then you've got your calla lilies there as well. Other little bits and pieces that you might like to think about. You've got the Baudenii nerine, you've got the Echinops, the globe thistle, which is always really pretty. And on that same theme, we've got the Sayonara, which is the globe artichoke. Again, very much like the traditional Scottish thistle. Absolute classic, chocolate cosmos. In a pot in the border, you're going to get a wonderful show in the summertime. And last but not least, I'm going to show you the agapanthus. That's just a perennial favourite, and anyone who's grown agapanthus will tell you what a wonderful show and how great they are year after year. And the amazing thing is, after a few years, you cut it in 2, you'll have 2 plants. They're just amazing value, $2.99, huge impact in the garden. So if you've never tried anything like this before, we're talking on average anything between $2.99 and $3.99, and you will be amazed at what you can achieve in the garden. I'd certainly recommend them. It's worth a go.